Heary, my lords and ladies. My name is Hapuki, and today we'll talk about Lily's dirty little secrets.
You're an idiot, you know that, right? Greetings, my lords and ladies. My name is Lily, and today we'll share with you some of the dirtiest March of Empires warfare tricks. I'm really excited about this video, so let's jump right in. Hapuki, tell us your favorite dirty warfare trick.
Well, I really like to tile hit people.
You're terrible. This is the most immoral, low-life, nasty thing you can do in this game.
I know, right? But check this out. Tile hitting is the best way to upset someone or get revenge on someone who upsets you. You know what they say, an eye for two and a tooth for a jaw.
Nobody says this.
Well, now they will. So, as I was saying, it is called tile hitting because you attack someone while they're farming a resource tile on the world map. Players almost never send their champions on a farming march because they need their champions to attack or defend in PvP battles. This leaves the farming army exposed and vulnerable to attacks. Just march on them with your champion and kill them all.
I still don't understand. Why would you do this?
Because I can? Oh, come on, Miss High and Mighty. So what's your favorite dirty warfare trick?
My favorite trick is so cunning that you probably don't even know it. Do you know how, when someone starts a rally, you can fast-track their castle before their champion returns?
Oh, come on, everybody knows that.
Shut up and let me finish. Now imagine a situation where a member of your alliance is about to start a rally. Let's call him Bob. So when Bob starts a rally, instead of joining his rally, you can send a small number of units to reinforce his castle. Now, if Bob's castle gets attacked, you can see exactly where the attack is coming from. This allows you to quickly send a counterattack and hit the attacker by surprise while his champion is away from his castle.
Damn, Lily, that's actually pretty dirty. This way you're catching the attacker with his pants down.
You somehow always manage to ruin everything.
It's one of my many talents. Now, let me tell you a really dirty warfare trick. This one is used only during battles for the Throne of Might. Imagine a situation when an enemy alliance is currently in control of the throne. What can you do to prevent them from knowing exactly when your next attack is going to hit?
Well, nothing. No matter when you attack, their screens are going to flash in red.
Exactly.
Exactly what?
When your enemies are controlling the throne, send one of your weakest alliance members, let's call him Bob, to the edge of the world map. From there, Bob can send the slowest possible march to attack the throne. This march will take like forever to reach the throne, and during that whole time, your enemy's screens will be flashing in red. This is called psychological warfare. It's like a fart in an elevator.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Wait! Did you just?
No, it was Feature.
Feature? Feature!
No, it wasn't. And you still haven't told me what happened with him.
I'll tell you next time.
Promise?
Yeah, but I cannot promise not to break my promise, and that's a real promise. I promise you that.
What?
Nothing. Stop wasting my time. And now that I mention wasting, that actually reminds me of not one, but two more dirty warfare tricks. In March of Empires, every alliance wants to control regions of the world map, and each region has a capital. Now, this is a war strategy game, so inevitably, sooner or later, some other alliance is going to try and take over your capital. Of course, this means a war will start, and you might win or you might lose, and I don't really care because I never lose, but here's a nasty little dirty trick you can use to waste your enemy's army. When you see that the enemy is too strong and you know for a fact that you're about to lose that capital, then try to boost your defense's effectiveness as much as possible. You can do that by investing champion talent points in defense's effectiveness. These talents are in the warfare tab in case you're a peasant and you don't know. Also, there are many equipment items which also have the defense's effectiveness bonus. Equip them fast and then send your champion with just one tiny squad of tier 1 units to reinforce the capital. You are still going to lose this capital, but you will kill as many enemy units as you can without risking any of your own units. And if you want to take this even further, then use an army attack and health boost because they do apply to your capital's defenses. And this way you'll kill even more enemies. As I said, an eye for two and a tooth for a jaw.
Disgusting! So what's the second dirty trick you mentioned?
The second trick is about wasting someone's grand march. This trick is very advanced and it takes skill and speed to accomplish. It is also very dangerous because if you fail, your castle will burn.
I have skill and speed. What do I need to do?
Well, imagine you're in a war with another alliance. This means they cannot teleport beyond the walls of your region. So, if a player wants to march against your castle, he must send his march from the border of the region. If you position your castle in the middle of the region, this would give you enough time to react if you see an incoming enemy attack. And that's exactly what you need to do. Go to the center of the region and wait for an enemy to send an attack. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that your peace shield must be down for all this to happen. So, the attacker will want to make sure he is sending a big enough march to crush your defenses. This is why he will probably use his Grand March Paragon skill. This skill is unlocked at Paragon level 70. It will allow him to send the biggest possible march in the game with a size of 4,200,000 units. And now comes the most beautiful part. As soon as you see his super ultra mega giga hyper huge march leaving his castle, you just quickly teleport to another map tile close by. I'm telling you, that guy will be pissed. Most of all because the cooldown of the Grand March ability is 3 days and you cannot use any speed ups to make it shorter.
Ouch! That was a good one, but what if I don't teleport fast enough?
Then you're a peasant.
Now, I will tell you one last dirty warfare trick, which is so terrible that even Hapuki doesn't deserve this. This happened to a friend of mine a long time ago, but it is still possible, especially if you are smart and patient. You also need to be a very strong player. So my friend was an alliance leader and he was in war with another big alliance for a very long time. One day, the strongest enemy player suddenly quit his alliance and applied in my friend's alliance. My friend was suspicious at first, so he asked about the motives. The player explained that he had an argument with his former leader because he didn't want to make him war general. So he left and now he wants to fight against him. So my friend decided to give him the benefit of the doubt and accepted him. The tricky player quickly proved to be very valuable. He always helped his alliance members, he contributed to the alliance technologies, and he sent resources and reinforcements to everyone in need. A few weeks passed and my friend started to trust and like this player. That's why he decided to make the player happy by giving him what he wanted in his former alliance, to be a war general. And so he did. Big mistake. As soon as the player became a general, he disbanded all my friend's regional capitals, which basically destroyed the alliance. Then he left and rejoined his previous alliance. And so the moral of the story is, don't be a schmuck. This is a war strategy game. Never forget that.
Whoa, I didn't know you're so smart.
Can I join your alliance now?
Of course not. Do I look like a schmuck? And so, my lords and ladies, and peasants, and schmucks, We know there are many seasoned veterans amongst you. Let us know in the comments what are your favorite dirty warfare tricks. Until we meet again, stay healthy and march on for greatness.